Hi everybody, Amy Anderton here with Exit Realty Connection in Watertown. And today just want to give a little shout out to everybody in Watertown and say hi. I hope you're feeling healthy today and taking care of your family and staying indoors like me to keep everybody in our community safe and in the surrounding area. And I just wanted to take a few minutes today and give you some information. They say the more information we have in uncertain times, the better decisions we make and the better we feel. So getting phone calls and questions about the housing market, and so I thought I'd share a little information with you about what's going on. And the stock market is volatile right now. And that uncertainty with COVID-19 is making us all a little bit fearful. And so people are wondering what's going on with real estate. Is there going to be a housing crash like we had in 2006 to 2008? And I'm going to share 5 graphs for you below my video here and talk about them a little bit to help you understand about how this is not like the last time, and how our housing market should actually remain fairly stable. Well, so there's a lot of reasons, like I said, why the real estate market right now is nothing like in 2008. But I've got those 5 visuals for you below, and let's just talk about them a little bit. The first one is that mortgage standards are nothing like they were back in 2008. During the housing bubble, getting a mortgage was unbelievably easy, and way too easy as we found out. Today, though, it is quite tough to qualify for a mortgage. The first graph I'm going to share with you is this mortgage credit availability index from the Mortgage Bankers Association. And it actually shows that getting a mortgage today is even more difficult than it was before the bubble. So there's one good reason why we're not going to have a housing crash like we did in 2008. Another reason why is that our prices are not soaring out of control like they did before the last housing market crash. Prices are quite strong right now, but nowhere near the rise in prices that preceded the crash. So if you look at the second graph I've got for you, annual home appreciation, home price appreciation, we can see in the last 6 years home appreciations are 4-5%. But the 6 years leading up to the housing crash, we saw 8%, 11%, 12.5%. Stark difference between those 2 periods of time. Normal appreciation is around 3.6%. So current appreciation is a little bit higher than the norm, but it's not accelerating out of control like it did in the early 2000s. All right, third reason. We do not have a surplus of homes on the market right now. We actually have a shortage. Normal home supply of inventory to keep a normal real estate market functioning is around 6 months supply of homes. That third graph I have for you shows that in 2007 we had 8.2% month inventory of homes. So we had over 8 months supply of homes, a lot of homes for sale. Today, we have a 3.1 month supply of homes, and actually in Watertown, I would say we have less than that number of months of homes available. So too many homes, we know, causes prices to tumble, and overabundance of homes will make those prices depreciate and crash. That's not what we have right now. All right, a fourth reason. Houses become too expensive to buy. So affordability formula really has 3 components: price of the home, wages earned by the purchaser, and the mortgage rate available. So 14 years ago, when we had that crash, prices were high, wages were quite low, and then mortgage rates were also high. Now today, prices are still a little bit high, wages though have increased, and our mortgage rates are around 3.5%. So your average family pays less of their monthly income toward their mortgage payment than they did back then. You could see that fourth graph. Back in 2006, the average family used 25.4% of their median income to buy a median priced home, and today it's only 15.5%. Now, a fifth reason why we're not going to see the housing market crash is that people are equity rich now. Back when the housing market crashed, people saw all this equity in their home and they used it to buy all kinds of things, from ATVs to whatever. But that's really not happening right now. What we're seeing is that prices have risen over the last few years. And we have over 50% of the homes in the country having a greater than 50% equity, which is awesome. But people are not using that equity for other things. They're keeping it in their home. And so equity withdrawal over the last 3 years is much less than 2005, 2006, and 2007. During that crash of the early 2000s, the home values began to fail, and then sellers found themselves in a negative equity situation. In other words, the amount of the mortgage that they owed was much greater than the value of their home. So they decided to walk away from their home, got foreclosures and short sales, and lowering the value of other homes in the area. And that's not going to happen today with people keeping equity in their homes. So bottom line of all 5 graphs that you can check out later as well is that if you're concerned we're making the same mistakes or we're going to have a housing crash like we did before, I think you can take a look at those charts and graphs and hopefully help alleviate your fears. So hopefully that's some helpful information for you. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home right now, give me a call. We've got lots of good tools available to help that home shopping process be safer with all the COVID-19 issues that we're dealing with. And same for selling. Give me a call. I'll be glad to help list your home and get you the best price out there and still keep you safe. So have a good evening.